Hello everyone, this is Natnarf Signing back in and welcome back to 999. 9 person, 9 hours, 9 doors, I think. I can't remember the exact order. And we just opened the door. I know I left everyone in the cliffhanger, but yeah, we just opened the metal door number 5 with Junpei, with Junpei, Snake, and June. I think my brain's broken. There was a metal groan and the door slid open. The bread are bearing a stench that made them gag. What's in there? Junpei grimaced and put his hand over his mouth. Oh my god! God! Lotus and Ace shuddered. 7 grunted. Whoa, that's pretty bad. Really? Even Santa's voice shook. He blew up. The smithereens! It appears that Santa was right. Hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark blood and red blood. Yep. Ah! The shriek echoed across the room. It come from June. Then her strength left her and she dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door ground shut. She crumbled to the floor. Junie, are you okay? Junpei dropped to his knees and he put his arm around her shoulders. That's when he noticed she was a fever! Her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat. What the hell? Where did this fever come from? June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax and her whole body began to shake. Alright, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk? She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair. There's a chair? Here we go. As gently as he could, he set her down in it. Yep. How are you feeling? Are you alright? She nodded, and as she did, a huge single tear rolled down the side of her face. I'd lie. Why? Why did this happen? Her voice cracked, broken by misery and grief, choked by sobs. Why did this happen? June's face spun around. Did any of you know what the frick was going on here? Who's Zero? What is this Hononary game? Come on, anybody! Anything! What the heck is going on? What are we doing here? No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, 7, and Lotus. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He simply stood there. 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grim lines for mouths. Junpei's body shook with silent sobs. He slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually they stopped. And they wasted another 20 minutes. Right! 10 o'clock! We wasted 1 hour in nothingness. Suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them in like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in his central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times. 10 o'clock. The 10th ring had stopped. The sound of the bell faded away in silence. It's 10 o'clock then. They said what each one of them had been thinking. That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement. 7's deep voice echoed across the room. Dude! I had enough of this crap. Santa leaped to his feet, his feet clenched. How long are we gonna stay? We're gonna pussyfoot around this like this. We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero is going to get is about up. Let's get going already. Oh, go! Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank on their faces, tired. Finally, Lotus spoke. No, I refuse. I'm not going to end up like him. Him? You mean the Night Man? Of course. Who else? In his mind, Junpei saw the corpse again. In a dark, reddish-black pool of blood. Scattered pieces of flesh. Ugh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of Greek flower. The explosion had turned Cedric's body had been powerful. The Nightman's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Ew. NPC suspected that this detonation had thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed and the other half was covered in blood. Mobi had been empty either by explosion or by gravity. He had landed on his back and stark white drips shot down on his chest like the legs of some sort of macabre crab. Junpei felt something flip in his stomach. I think he just screwed up. Eyebrows went up and Santa continued. He probably set off some sort of trap and that killed him. I'm not going to screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive. Okay. You start laughing like an insane idiot. Whatever snake he was laughing at, Santa did not find... Oh, he was laughing, sorry. Santa did not find it particularly humorous. But so goddamn funny. Oh my Charlies, you were just so very confident. I couldn't help myself. What the toot? I think you've mistaken the situation. Huh? The ninth meant that. It had nothing to do with a trap, or at least not the sort of trap you imagined it to be. Then he broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. One simple if you think about it. Toing? You still don't... Alright. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people? He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. Right? And after that, you've forgotten the relevant part. What did Zero say? Santa frowned his brow and thought. Junpei thought back. Zero said, everyone who verified had to go. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. Right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that the groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through. Sorry. That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei. Thank you! I won an award I've never had throughout my entire academic life. Thank you, thank you. I know, I'm just applauding for myself. I never did have any awards actually, so yeah. Snake inclined his head toward Junpei. The ninth man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed. And Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules. Oh, I'm not sure of that. Why not? Because this execution system is entirely automatic. Didn't you notice? There's no need for him to monitor us. What do you mean? Sent to look at 7 with what could only... Snake looked at 7 with what could only be described as pity and sigh. You can't even see! Very well. I see it must be me who tells you. I've waited long enough, I suppose. I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but that seems increasingly unlikely. Well, he couldn't see them, of course, but he perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts. You know something? Well, I have many great things, but yes. What is it you know? Here. Removed the card from the pocket of his jacket. With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke. Come on now, what's the point of giving this to me? Give me that. Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned into one of confusion. What? The hell is this? Is it Braille? 7 tugged it out of Santa's hand. Hey, I see. The card went from 7 to Lotus, from Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei. He looked at it and understood. Braille! This is Braille. Braille, the written language of the blind. The card was covered with small embossed bumps. Junpei could only recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it. Sorry guys, I can't read this. I know some, but I can't see it enough to actually read it. Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk. Okay, that was fun. Not so important about the card. I found it in my pocket. I can only issue the message from Zero. From Zero? A message? What does it say? Suddenly everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Please, I want some message of hope. Santa especially looked as if he were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. Don't do that. Snake raised his hand. Calm down now. No need to panic. No need to strangle me. I'm blind. You don't need to force me. I'll read it. Jinpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke. Dear Santa, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you and only you with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red and of the dead and of the bracelet. What red? The red is the recognition device. It will verify your number. Beside every number door, you will find a red. The dead is the deactivation device. That's exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the number door, you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet. But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I'm afraid this may be something of a surprise. I have placed a small bomb inside of you and the people whom you are about to meet. You swallowed it while you were unconscious. I knew it! I have no doubt by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine. In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. Can I just pass it out from my bottom? Suggest you do not try. As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse or timer for the bomb in your body. There's only one condition which will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate no matter who you may be. You will have as 81 seconds. If after that time the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode. In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified that their door at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead. All numbers have to be verified by the dead. You need only to pull the lever at its side. The countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say, if you should pass through the door without first verifying your number in red, in 81 seconds you will be dead. You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed. So long as the door is open, the dead will not function. You'll do remember this. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelet. There are only 2 ways to do so. When you escape and when you die. Oh god, it's scary. I don't like him. You escape in the ship. 2. Your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship or detects that the wearer heartbeat has been either 0, it will shut down automatically.
Volume the TV.
No, I don't want to volume the TV because you have the telephone. Wait, where's the charger? No, where's my charger, you little butt? As you may notice, I always call my daughter butt. Oh, she always keeps waving her butt in front of me. Stop it.
Yes.
Stop.
No.
No, I don't want your butt. No, I don't want your butt. Chow. There's no other way to remove your bracelet. If you attempt to force it off or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode. But I tried to remove it earlier! This is all the information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it for you to... how do you choose to use it is for you to decide. If you use wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. You idiot. I wish you the best of luck. Finish reading and carefully return the card to his pocket. The message had been lengthy, but its meaning was clear. Only those who verified their numbers at the red could pass through the numbered doors. The teams could not increase or decrease their numbers. The reds, deads, and bracelets enforced the rules. They were judge, jury, and execution. No, I don't want to see the Paolo. Paolo Ballesteros, the makeup king.
Please.
This is not chocolate.
What is that?
I don't know what this is. I give you chocolate. Hold on a moment.
I want
Want the hopia?
Huh?
Hopia?
The chocolate.
Thank you for eating the chocolate. I gave my daughter crumble, I think, honey crumble or something. I only found that chocolate through Matthias's try new foods from different places. So yeah. In defiance of Zero's suggestions, both Santa and Seven put their fingers down in their throats and began to gag. Again? The rest stiffened. Some touched their stomachs, some simply stared at their bracelets. Junpei gingerly touched his stomach. There was a bomb inside his body. The thought of it made him uneasy. His stomach felt oddly hollow, and his legs were weak. Why Zero designed such a ludicrous game? Junpei looked over at the others. Alright, I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero? They all went silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke. Actually, I saw him. So Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face though. Son of the dude was wearing some kind of gas mask. What the hell? Come on guys, give me something. You know, like surprise or something? Instead, it was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence and then everyone spoke at once. Yeah, I'm sure too. Me too. He was wearing gas mask. We are all gonna be wasting 2 hours of our lives here. All the stories just started out, the truth became clear. All of them stories were the same. They had been abducted at home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had worn a gas mask. Oh, you want cheese?
Yes.
You want cheese? Are you sure you're not a mouse?
No.
Here's cheese. Get the biscuit. Thank you. The person claiming to be Zero had worn a mask. There had been a white smoke, and then each person had passed out. When they woke, they all found themselves in D-Deck in a room with a 3-level bunk bed. Only 7 stories seemed to lack the detail of the others. Oh, me? Yeah, mine was just like the rest of yours. That's all he had said. It occurred to Junpei that at the time it sounded like someone said, but he didn't press the issue. He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger. There was the mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover. For some reason, they had been abducted from the same room, woken up in the same room. Huh? Looked at them thoughtfully. So, what's to do with 2 of you, though, anyway? It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide. We're siblings! Yeah, he's surprised in this game. Yes? Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister. Nope, not the hair coloration. That really is hard to understand. Taken aback. The others seemed just as surprised. She's correct, of course. He laid his hand on Clover's shoulders. Are you surprised? Yes! Well, yeah, but... Why? There are other people here with connections to one another, right? Those 2, for instance. Pointed at Junpei and Jun. How do you know where we are standing? Oh, you mean between Junpei and me? Yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you? You went to school together? Yeah. Then uncomfortable with the sudden attention? I thought you had a fever. Felt somewhat nervous as well and tried to scratch his head as casual as possible. Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this anyway? Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims and that could lead you to the prep textbook. Stop. Junpei Jun, does this ring a bell? Ring a bell? Ring a bell? Look at one another. Like they stage both till their necks at the same time. Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a millionaire. Scenario! Millionaire! Son? Someone bought this boat and said all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich. Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems like as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual. Zero is most likely simply the representative of a larger group. What sort of organization? Sorry. It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment. If it is, then it's a pretty effed up experiment. I mean, come on. A guy's dead! Word dead hung in the air, heavy and ominous. The room went quiet again. Can we stop using the word dead again? I don't know who the heck this Zero a-hole is, but for sure he's gonna be pretty freaked up in the head to do all this. This was one guy, then he's got some serious issue. It's you. Even with the specter of death hanging over them, their discussions continued for some time. And it's taking so long! In the end, however, they learned nothing. See, they're wasting precious time. By the time they finished 1/5 of their 9 hours were gone. All they had to show for was impatience. Man, look, you only got 7.5 hours left, okay? You really sure you want to just sit around? No one was willing to argue this time. Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed. It's sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Jiro says jump. Well, it's stupid to just sit around here and do nothing. Thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea for how this all works. Correct, so as long as we follow the rules, we will most likely be alright. But what? Who's gonna go in which door? Jun looked towards the number doors. Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 in one door. All of us 8 can't go in the same door. Then it would seem we have to split up. Wait. Lucas looked terrified. I'm telling you now, there's no way in heck I'm going to go in number 5. Oh, come on now. Don't be selfish. Oh, whatever you want. I'm not going in there. If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here. Yep! There's so much for a boob and belly button ring! We're doing so well. Shook his head slightly. Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go in through door 5. Oh, Santa, not you two. Hey man, I just bought these shoes. Really?! I still don't understand this shredded style though. I love the glove, the glove part here, but not this. I think I'm getting over some, and I don't see the watch! Creepy dude's blood over him, you got another thing coming. That's the best shot. What the heck, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going? And there, now you can see. Yeah? So? Doesn't mean I want to go in the door 5. Oh god. Exactly. Well, the awkward silence. Finally, 7 spoke. Fine. I'll go in door 5. Can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me? Me! I'll go with you! I'll go with you, senpai! 7 plus 5 equals 2 plus... Hello. I need... 3. No, I need... 4. There's another longish silence. This time, Snake was the one to break it. I'll go. What? Don't worry, you'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later. So, 7 plus 1, 8. Not enough! So we need one more number. How do you know that? Because I do. That's not an answer! If we're going, I'm going too. You. I'm going into door 5. What am I gonna do with you? So, 2 plus 4, 6, 7, 3. So they need number 1. There's nothing you have to do. A step forward. If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7 and Snake is 2. And if you cut Clover 4 and my 1, the digital root will be 5. 2, 7, 4, 1. 2, 7, 4, 1 equals 14. 14 plus 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. Oh yeah, it worked perfectly. See, even even old NDS games, they still run smoothly like this. The animation is really nice, isn't it? The 4 of us can go into door 5. Wait, what about the other 4? What's their digital root gonna be? Jumpy did a quick mental calculation. Lotus, Santa, June, and Junpei remain. The bracelet numbers were 8365. 8365. 8, 3, 11 plus 6, 17 plus 5, 22, I think. Sorry, 6 plus 5, 11 plus 8. Right. 6, 5. Oh god. My brain! 6 plus 11. 11 plus 3, 14. 14 plus 8. 22. 22 plus... it'll be 4. Yay! He repeated what he determined. It was 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4. Then we can go into do 4. Yeah, huh? That worked out well. Because it's better! It actually worked better. If the number 5 was there, all of you would go suffer. Went over the team assignments in his head one more time. Hello, bud. Your delicious biscuit. 4 people would go into door 5. 7, snake, clover. 7, 2, 4, 1. 4 people go into 4. 8. 8, 3, 6, 5. Junpei had asked himself if the themes were what he really wanted. Beyond door 5 was what reminded of Ninth Man. He never wanted to see that thing again, but something in him said it would be unwise to not examine the courts even a little closer. See, if he went through the door 5, he wouldn't be able to go with Lotus and Sota. There, it would be possible for him to bring June with him through door 5, but that would mean she would have to see the horrific carnage that waited there. Junpei didn't want that. Junpei was torn. Should he just stay silent and go through door 4? Yes! But that's a different path! Stop all and insist on door 5. As he turned his option over and over in his head, he spoke up. Alright then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go? He began to walk towards door 5. Clover and Snake followed with 7 in a short distance behind. Junpei, which door you want to go through? It'll be fine. It'll be fine! Up to you. No, I don't want to quit. I will go to door 4. Decided that door 4 would be fine. He would go through door 4 with Lotus, Snake, June, sorry. Why had Junpei even considered doing otherwise? It would be better, it would be there for June. For Akane Kurashiki. That seemed good. He felt it was the right choice to make. He made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than a friend from childhood. He watched as the other 4 walked toward the door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and 7. Junpei said nothing as they left. Before long, they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, then laid their hands on one by one, and the scanner fan out the red. The hands were really good, well drawn. Ace grabbed the letter. His face tight with determination, he turned over to his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions. Goodbye. Be careful! As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open the mouth of a great hungry beast. Beyond the door, Junpei No lay the sad remains of the 9th man. It did not surprise him that Ace, 7, and Clover hesitated, but the body was not a pleasant thing. Great. Snake had no such problems, as his blindness made him immune to the horror. He stepped through the door, his feet making wet squawk in the pool of blood. Ew. Do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds. Oh, Snake had not even managed to turn around, but utterly stilled himself. Stepped through the door. 8! You intend to kill me? That was beautiful. Swung shut, closing the heavy finality of the metal upon the metal. Junpei and his companions scrambled at the door to hear beyond what a doubt. They pressed their ears to it and in an attempt to hear what might be taking place on the other side. It's beeping. It's just like before. Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet. You think they're okay? Showed her concern more plainly than her words would ever. It was almost in the response of question, a voice rang in from the other side of the door. 7. Hey, there it is! That's gotta be the dead thing. Come on, get over there. We gotta authenticate it. The beeping stopped. The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door. You look like it stopped! Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own. Hey guys, are you doing alright over there? They heard Seven's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure. Yup, we're fine! Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever. You're crazy. Oh hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know about how the red is red? Well, the dead is blue. The other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too. Awesome, thanks, that helps a lot. Well, we should probably move on now. You be careful out there. Roger that. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed toward door 4. They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. I'm a genie. Love your rings, man! 4 asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around. You guys ready? Yeah. Sure. Let's go. None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back toward the red. Alright, let's go. With strength and determination, he pulled the lever. The lever. How do you exactly pronounce it? Lever? Lever? What happened to your hair? Run! The 4 of them leaped through the door together. What the? When they passed through it, they heard a cold electric sound coming from their left wrist. Oh. That's a long ass corridor. Oh god. Center of each bracelet, a red skull, a pink skull, not red. Red skull appeared and began to flash. Really? The detonator's countdown had begun. And the long moment of each ended tearing at the wrist. Slam! The number door behind him closed, the sound of the metal on metal reverberating down the hallway. There was no way back now, sorry, there was no back. Committed, if they could not find the device to deactivate their detonators. Hey, where the hell is the dead? How would I know? Don't give me that crap. Start looking. I already am! Again, run nice looking frantically for the device. That's the key to their salvation. Run, 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 run! The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, an easy 300 feet in length. Right side of this stood a series of wooden doors nearly identical. If they had taken the time to think, they would have this concern that the doors lead to cabins. Don't tell me that the dead is in one of those rooms. Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are? Yeah. Too frightened to count properly, but at least his guess was 7 or 8. You want the hopia? Hold on, I get the hopia. Hopia. Sorry about the little weird argument. My daughter loves hopia instead of actually eating food. At least it's not chips or junk food. Oh no, how many rooms do you think there are? No, there are 8 of them. Ah, freak. There wasn't time to count them to be sure. If I ran to the nearest door. Locked. Knob and shook it hard. Wouldn't open. Didn't feel locked. More like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Jimmy turned around to find another door and saw that his companions had already run to the doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Excuse me. The woman's conferred his ears. This one's no good. Same here. It's not moving. Then run to the end already. That's to speak up. Junpei looked in her direction. His eyes caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small red light flashed at him. It flashed at him dimly from the end of the hallway. That's it! Over there! Very tiny. Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa Lotus and pulled them toward the light. Are we gonna die already? Oh, these sentences is so funny. I swear they're suddenly structured well. Oh my god. Santa called out to them as he ran. Hey, how many more seconds do we have? How would I know? Just run! Our time limit is 1 seconds. I know that dingus. I'm asking how many seconds we have left. All I could Jimmy figured out nearly a minute had passed since the door had closed behind him. That's true, so about 20 seconds! Urgently foremost on all their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. Dead was sit on the left wall, blinking almost tauntily at them. Did it say numbers? I forgot already. Hurry! Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands liquid, sweat, and shaking. Grab my hands to get the scanner panel. Now the two quickly follow suit. I love her rings. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. Slam dunk! Ding dong. Everyone panting. Looks like it stopped. And then suddenly reactivates again. Hey, hey, hey. And steady. Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the four companions began to look around. At the end of the hallway lay a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side, the two larger doors was the smaller ones. All seemed to expect, but Junpei began with the largest of the three, the double doors. How many times he had come over across this similar door with similar results, he wondered. Oops, he corrected himself more than lack of result. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding, refused to allow Junpei or anyone else to pass it. Well, they have to check in the other doors now, do they? Near the handle was a small keyhole. Another anus hole. Above the keyhole was a small symbol, engraved in brass. Male. No, it's not. What do you call that? Hello? He wasn't sure what to make of it and stared at it for confusion. It was June that corrected him. No, that's not the symbol for male. It's probably the symbol of Mars. Yeah, that's it. Well, technically, they're the same symbol. But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. Symbol of the solar system. Yeah, that's right. The sun, Saturn, the Earth. At least that's what I'm assuming. So this isn't a man symbol. It's a symbol of Mars. I think so, yes. While Junpei and June talked, Samantha had disappeared. Hey! They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check some of the other doors. She reached the last of them and jogged back. Took him only a moment to catch his breath again. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open. And that must mean we have only two doors. Let us examine the doors on either side of the large double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it. What? Oh, B. B92, B93. Junpei figured they were probably room numbered. The door on B92, the one on the right, is B93. Alright, let's open it. Yeah. Junpei put his hand on the door. That said 92. To number 3, 93. Sorry, my nose is itchy. They made it through the number door alive. There's nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded. 1, 2, 3. In unison, they pushed against their respective doors. And promptly found themselves in a new room. Jim followed Junpei as he threw open the door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Wow. So the door was Through the door was another perfect. He's about to agree. A gap, sorry. It was Santa. Huh? It opened. Yeah, it did. Santa looked at the door. With the doors to yield so easily. Those calm boys broke their thoughts. Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan? I can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet. For New 93, Lotus continued. Now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. You and you search the other one. Alright. Okay! Oh god, the sound of this room is so menacing. I remember I was having a hard time figuring out this room as well. Especially those goddamn bathroom tiles. Seek a way out. My minions. And now, I will grace you with the sad news. As I will save it right here. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this and want to see the next part of me solving this room with utmost certainty of failures and panic and dumbness, just simply wave one like a sorcerer, hit the like button, subscribe button to watch the next part. Until then, this is Natnarf signing off.